Back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shayla. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we have another thrift haul. It's a slightly smaller thrift haul, at least in my opinion. But I have some great things to show y'all. So let's just jump into it. So we'll clear out kind of the big stuff. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just trying to adjust some things really quick. So this is the first thing. Hopefully you guys can see well. Let me double check my camera. Okay. All right, looks pretty good. Okay, so this is the first thing I picked up. It was $8. It is a 12 by 12 paper pack. Gently used, but I thought these would make really good pages for a signature, or even cover pages, inside cover. You know, if you want to fill something up with some design, I thought these looked really nice. And I'll kind of flip through them so you can see here. Let's see. One second. Okay, so we have like some antique kind of writing, and I think there's 3 of each page. At least that's what it kind of looks like. We have this a kind of postagey looking page, and these are just really good background pages. Definitely things, you know, you can use to layer onto. Here's this one, kind of a little more grungy, it looks like, at least to me. We also have this really cool and also maybe nausea-inducing pattern. That is a lot. That is a focal pattern. We got some stripes. And these look all kind of like mixed media, which I really liked. Some green. This completely reminds me, I'm actually going to take a page of this for my friend. I am planning on making her a journal at some point, and I've slowly been collecting things for it, but she loves frogs. So this I am going to put away with my little pile I've started for her. And that's kind of what I'll do if I'm like looking to make a themed journal or something. As I'm like looking through things, I kind of start like either like a file folder or just like a bag or something, and I'll put those things that go together in that bag. Once it gets kind of full, then I'm like, okay, I have what I think is enough to work with. So that's kind of how I do it when I'm trying to do like theme journals or something. Ooh, look at that map. That is so pretty. Love that. Especially because it's green. That's like my favorite color. I'm sure I've said that before. We have another different map. This almost looks like you could use it for like holiday, like Christmas time type stuff. Oop, it's stuck. But that one's pretty neat too. Okay. We have this one, kind of just a little more plain and neutral. And then this one, that's kind of neat. It's in different languages. It looks like maybe French. Oh, here's the same crazy pattern, but in blue. And then, let's see. Ooh, look at the bugs. That is really neat. I love the bugs. That's a cool one. Okay. Trying to not go too fast. Oh, that's so neat. I definitely didn't look through all of these. That is really cool, though. So many different ones. I feel like usually, you know, like the collections will go together. And not that these don't, but they're definitely different. Ooh, there's the blue. Very, very pretty. I'm going to take one of these too for another journal. There's some that are more plain. Okay. Oh, look at the crossword. That is neat. That'd be fun if you were doing like a game piece journal, or like a journal and you use, you know, game pieces, or you make, I've seen where people make a cover out of a board game like the board. That would be really neat to use in that. We have a ruler one, which you could do like a teacher one or like back to school. You could also do a sewing journal and use this in it, so that's neat. Ooh, that's fun. That's very grungy. I like that. I saw one of the people on YouTube that I watch. Her name is Gail. And I think her last name is Agostinelli. Hopefully I'm saying that right. She just always goes, "It's Gail," so I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but Gail on YouTube, who does fabulous work. She, I think she's either currently or she has made a grungy journal before. And I remember watching a video, and it was either about her grungy journal or she was making things for her grungy journal. But it was such a neat idea, you know, because junk journals in themselves don't have to be, you know, perfect or pretty. That's kind of the point, I feel like, is like upcycling and using things that were, you know, going to be trash or something like that and giving them kind of a new life, or at least that's my take on it. But it was just neat to see that, like to see something different. So I really enjoyed that. Oh, that's cool. I like the different fonts. That's fun. We have some green. Oh, and it's like wood. That's kind of neat. Or looks like wood at least. Wow, that one is very busy. Probably not my favorite, if I'm going to be honest. Ooh, that one's fun with the car. Love that. And some green. Okay. There's another grungy page. So yeah, this little thing is full of really neat things. There's that one. That's London, I believe. You can feel free to correct me. I am terrible at geography. That was just never my strong suit, but I was really good at English class, language arts. I loved art class, of course. Besides that, I was not a math. Oh, well, and I did like science. I really liked science. But I was not really a math person. That part of science was not that great, as well as math. And then, of course, you know, like I think I took a geography class, and that one's a little bit of a struggle. I didn't do terrible, but it also isn't really my cup of tea. So we got some polka dots, some more of that. I don't know what this pattern is, but we have it. Some old looking ads. Those are fun. Very, very cute. Oh. That's kind of neat. And some keys. More of that pattern, and then let's see, and there's that as well. So yeah, that is basically it. This was a nice little pack of paper. It looks hardly used, so I am excited to put this with my collection of 12 by 12 paper, but I think these are definitely some that I'll be able to use a lot of, so I'll probably pull from this a lot. Okay, so moving on from the big paper pad, I'm going to put this down here. So, let's see. I guess I did get these two. They are just some cute little butterfly wall hooks. I thought these would be cute just to hang things off of. I don't really have a specific plan for them. They just kind of look a little antique. I don't know, I just thought they were kind of neat, so I picked those up. I guess that's not really junk journal related. I did pick up some fabulous gel pens. These were $1. They're Aritza, which I think is a pretty good brand. That's why I picked them up. And I did test them out. They do write pretty well. I didn't have any that were I don't know how old this is. This came from Austin Creative Reuse, which is a, you know, it's a nonprofit, but it's a retail store. And they specialize in selling, you know, slightly used art materials and supplies. So these had a chance of being dried out, but they weren't. So I don't know if these are older or not. But they worked great for me. And they're glitter. And I did realize a lot of my gel pens were dried out when I tried to use them the other day. So that's why I picked these up. So yeah, I actually do recommend these. If you are in the market for some gel pens, these worked well. So in case you need a recommendation. Let's see. Pull some things out here. I did find this. I was very, very excited to find this tool because one, it's really expensive, or at least it's slightly more expensive than your average art supply. And then two, I have been looking for it for a while. So this is the We Are Memory Keepers. It is the Crocodile Corner Chomper. So essentially it will make, so let me see here. So essentially it will make your corners rounded, but it is just so smooth. This is like the cream of the crop corner rounders. And here, I'll demonstrate. Let me get a piece of paper. Okay. Okay, that took a little longer than I anticipated. So this is just a notepad. So one is like a 1/2 inch round, so I guess a bigger round. The other one is a 1/4 inch, so it's a lot smaller. And basically it's supposed to shut, which I don't know if it's supposed to shut all the way, but anyways, so you actually, whenever you do punch, it doesn't just fall out, like this little piece doesn't fall out. It actually stays in here, and then you open that to empty it. So we'll do the fourth one, the 1/4 of an inch rounder, and you open this up so your paper fits in. So you just put your paper in, which my paper, there we go. Okay, so you got to open it, and then it does a little round, which that was a terrible, there we go. So that's the little round right there, and I'll do one on this side, that's the 1/2, so you can see the difference. So same thing, just corner chomp it, there we go. I say it's the cream of the crop and I have to do it twice. So you see this one's a lot bigger of a round than this one. But it just makes it really, really easy to round your corners. And I think it's a fun little tool to use. I don't know. I would definitely reach for this more than I would a rounding punch. Just because I forget to use my punches. So you caught me. But yeah, I was really excited to find this. I think this guy cost me like $6 at the thrift store, and that is a great deal. I think when I was looking at these retail, they were close to $30. They might have gone down now. But I was very excited to find one in such great condition. So there's that. Let me move this over. Okay. Something kind of odd, but something I'm going to put in my, I guess, collection for my room. It is I don't know if this is really vintage or not. Someone who has a good vintage eye, please let me know. I'm looking here at the date. I don't see anything. But basically it says Preme new dairy product for coffee, a powdered formula of light cream, skim milk, calcium reduced, and lactose. And it's just this like really old looking can. So I don't know. I honestly have never heard of this stuff. is this real? Is this just like a gag thing and I didn't know? I really just liked the can. I liked the vintage look of the can. I thought it was really cool, and that's why I got it. So, if you have more information on this, definitely leave a comment. I'd be curious to know if you know what this is, if it's a real thing, or is someone just tricking me? So there's that. I just thought it was cool. The can was neat. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Oh, I picked these up. They were 75 cents. Clipiola. So I just thought they were really pretty. I liked the gold color, but they are in fact paper clips that are little spirals. If I can get this off of here. Oh, almost. Okay, maybe not. Let's just try another one. There we go. So yeah, they just look like that. And then on a paper, let's see if we can test it out here. I think they just go like that, maybe, or maybe like that. I think maybe like that. But they just look really cute. You could even hang like a little dangly off of there or something. But I just thought these were super, super cute. I think you can like move it so it sits differently. But very, very cute. I loved like the aged gold look. And for a whole thing of them for 75 cents. With a cute little jar, why not? So I got those. And you'll hear me maybe trying to put some things away as I go through them, and that's just because if I don't, then it'll sit on my desk forever. So I might here and there be opening drawers and putting things away. Okay, up next, let's see, what do we have here? I'm trying to pull out a few things. Okay, so I got this. My X-Acto knife is not in its best shape. It doesn't really hold the blade that well when it cuts. I don't know if maybe because I'm using the wrong blade, but I found this. It was 50 cents. It is Fiskars, which I thought was kind of neat because usually they're a pretty good brand. But it is an X-Acto knife or utility knife. And the blade looks pretty new. We can definitely test it out. I mean, yeah, it definitely has no problems cutting. So I figured I could just replace my other one. And then this side, I think, I forgot what this does. Oh, it opens this up so I can take out the blade. I remember now. So yeah, I thought that was a neat little, thing for 50 cents. And I'll definitely get some use out of it. Take the sticker off of here. Okay, so we'll just put that right there. I did get some trim, nothing super fancy, but it was iridescent, so I had to have it. It is just some heart trim. This looks like maybe it was from Michael's. That's my guess. But it's just some really cute iridescent heart trim. I don't really have this one. So I was like, I could get that. So it's cute. I don't know. I really like it. But yeah, and it's basically a whole roll. Never been used. I might use that tape here. Just to... Okay, just like that. So there you go. All right. I got these. I got a good stack of these. I will be putting some of these in my Etsy shop. These will actually go in my ephemera packs. But they are some time cards. So they're just the punch in, when people used to punch in and it would, I guess, clock your time on here. There was like a whole stack of them, so I grabbed a good amount. I'll save some, you know, for my own crafts, but then I will obviously disperse the rest of this. So I thought those were kind of neat. You don't really see those, I feel like, anymore. What else? Let me move that. Oh, I got some envelopes. These were 50 cents. But I love, like, it just looks like that, I don't know, just vintage mail look. I'm not sure how else to describe it. It just looks so neat. I just thought it was really cool. So again, probably keep some of these, but then some of them will go in my pack. So you never really know what you're going to get. And I'm trying to pick out things that are, you know, have a good quality to them. So I got those. I did pick up just some post-it flags. I was going to say tags, post-it flags. Just because I use these when I'm, you know, marking down ideas or something in a book, or, you know, I'm looking at something in a magazine. I'm like, ooh, I want to flip back to that. These are great. I also use these to mark which week I am in my planner, so I can just flip to that page, versus, you know, having to go through the whole planner to find the week that I'm on. So I use those for that. So I do go through these. So I figured I would just pick these up. I think these are slightly transparent. So, you know, if you peel one off, you can kind of still see through it. So I thought those were cool. Up next, this was $5. I've actually seen this online, and it just so happened to be at the store when I was there, so I picked it up. It is called Nicholson's Peerless Transparent Watercolors, the Self-Blending Colors. And so basically what it is it is a booklet of watercolors, which is really, really neat. So let me see. Okay, so it has the name of the color, so brilliant yellow, and then, sorry, I was just reading some of that. But basically what it is, you can either clip off a piece of it to use, or you can just use it directly off the pad. But you would take your brush, like, let's just pretend this filing stick is a brush. But, you know, you would get your brush wet like you would with any watercolor, and then you would wet this. And this is just solid watercolor. So as you wet it, you'll get the pigment on your brush, and then you can paint. It's kind of really neat if you're like traveling, and you can't really take like a whole palette with you because you have these. But it's super neat. So it's just a little booklet with a bunch of watercolors. Ripe peach, geranium pink, japonica scarlet, royal crimson, mahogany brown, sepia brown, light green, dark green, sky blue. Whoa, that one looks crazy. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, it's just like a bunch of different colors. I thought these would be fun to play with. So maybe the next time I break, you know, I want to do some watercolors, I'll break this guy out. Okay, we're not going to attempt to put that back in there. We'll just set it off to the side. Let's see, how's my time? I've been trying to keep track here. Oh, okay, we're not so bad. Let's see. So I found these. These are just some miscellaneous envelopes that I found in the bucket section of Austin Creative Reuse, which is, it's a lot of explaining, but essentially it's just, wow, that's insane. Sorry, I was just looking at this, and I don't know if you can see that. This is a postal mark, but it says 1890 something. Wow, that's how old this is. There's no letter in it. There were no letters or anything, but these were just in there. Um, so they were 25 cents each is what I paid for these. But I mean, you could even tell by the way that this is written. Miss Lizzie Finnegan, Garrison, Iowa. That's it. There's no there's no address. Isn't that crazy? Okay. There's this one. This one's 1945. War Department official business. Wow. Yeah, so I just found these little envelopes. I don't know. I thought they were really neat though. And obviously, I guess they're really old. This one's Who's Who Poetry in 1978. And it's just like a little pamphlet, I guess. So that's kind of neat. And then here's the last one, which is also, this one actually has the address, Columbus, Ohio. So a different, I guess, time, but it's the same person, Miss Lizzie Finnegan. And this one you can't even read the date on there, so who knows. But these are really nice to turn into pockets in a journal. So I'll probably, you know, try to preserve what I can and maybe back it on something a little more sturdy. But I'll end up probably using these as pockets in my journals. So that's what those are for. Very, very neat though. I did not know this one was so old. I'm kind of flabbergasted. It's so crazy. Okay. All right. We'll set those off to the side. Let's see. This was a paper pad that was $3. It's a 6x6. I picked this one up because I have a lot of vintagey type papers, but when it comes to paper that's a little more, I guess, unique in theme, I don't have a lot of those. And I am currently working on a journal where I will need like a little more bohemian / celestial type images. So that is, that's why I got this. So just something different. And it was only $3, so I thought that was pretty okay. But it's called Moonstruck by Pink Paisley. Very cute. Okay. Let's see. Trying not to save the best for last, but we do have some great things coming up, so stay tuned. Some cool vintage things, at least. I picked this up. This was $1.50. I thought this was kind of neat. It's definitely not old, but I'm going to take a page so we can figure out how it goes together. So essentially, you just rip off one of these things, and then let's say, you know, you write a letter, you know, Dear Mary, I had such a wonderful time at the park yesterday. We should get together soon. And then best, we'll do Frank. I don't know who Mary and Frank are, but apparently they wanted to be in this letter. Okay, so it says that we fold it then, so we have to fold it at the dotted lines. So fold it once, and we gotta fold it again. Okay, just like that. And then I guess we fold these inwards. Okay, wait, it says to fold these inwards. Okay. All right, and then, oh, okay, I see. And then it goes like that. So let's, I guess you glue, it looks like it has glue on it, but I'm not certain. I feel like I fold this first, and then we fold the other things. Okay, like that. Okay, so then you fold it like that, and let's pretend that's glued down, and then you fold this one. And there you go. How cute is that? And then you write the little, you know, to Mary Smith from Frank. What should Frank's last name be? Frank. I don't know. I'm blanking. Frank C. How about that? Okay. But yeah, so that's super cute. I thought that would be really neat to maybe like fold and leave blank and tuck in a journal, because it's just so cute the way it is. So there you go. So that was this thing. There's a ton of them in here. Who knows? These might go in my ephemera packs too. So I'm always looking for things. All right. Now let's get on. Okay, we'll go ahead and pull these out because these are kind of cool. So I found these. These are needle books, which I don't really have any interest in collecting, except this one was really cool. It was $2.75, and it says like the Save with Safety at the First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Austin, which I thought was really neat because, you know, it's like vintage, and this is what they kind of look like on the inside. But it's like Austin vintage, which I definitely am making a Texas book, specifically kind of Austin area. So this would be really cool just to tuck in there as kind of a discovery piece. Yeah, super neat. I don't know if I guess I would leave the needles in. Maybe tape them down or something, but yeah, I just thought that was really cool. So there's that one. This one was, I guess, half of a needle book, because that's all that it was. But I liked it for this piece. So I think I might like take the needle stuff off of here and just use this and make it into like a journal card. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. So pick that one up. And then this one is Western Auto Golden Anniversary, 1909 to 1959. It was 50 cents. And it's not anything special on the inside, but the outside is super neat looking. So these will just be things that I'll probably tuck into journals, and I won't really alter any as much. So just some fun little ephemera pieces. Okay, what else? Oh, I picked up some trim. This is more like fiber arts type trim. I realized from watching a bunch of YouTubers that this kind of trim works really well for embellishing things without adding a lot of bulk. So I found this one. This one is limited edition fibers, 3 yards, awesome albums. It was 25 cents. It's just a nice neutral. So that's why I got that one. And then this one looks like it's almost new. It was 50 cents, funky with fibers, and it's just a bunch of different colors. So I just got those to play with. Let's see. Trying to see how we're doing on time here. Okay, we're not so bad. Okay, so we're getting down to the last of it. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all this, which is slightly bigger. This is a vintage, and I say vintage lightly because I don't actually know how old this is, but it's a Disney park map, which is really neat. It looks vintage at least, and it is pretty huge, so I can't obviously show you the whole entire thing, There it is, Walt Disney's Disneyland. There is a quarter of the map. Yeah, it's just huge. I mean, I'm trying to open this. I don't know how you would even look at this map, you know? Like if you're at Disneyland, I feel like it's slightly too big, but yeah, it just says copyright Disney, so I don't know when this was made. Oh, maybe that's it. $6.89. If anyone can confirm that. But I just thought that was really neat. So I got this vintage Disneyland map. I was honestly thinking, and y'all tell me what your thoughts are, if you'd want to see pieces of this in ephemera packs. Like if I cut, you know, like a good chunk of it. I don't know if that would be something that would be usable. I'd be willing to share this fabulous map. You know, I definitely want people to get pieces of the map though. So let me know in the comments if you would like to see, you know, even if it's cut up, like things like this in the ephemera packs. Sometimes I know, like, if you alter the image, then, you know, someone can be like, oh, it's not, you know, complete, which bothers some people. So I'd be curious to know if you would still be okay with, like, just a piece of the map. So leave me a comment. Okay. And last but not least, I have two additional things. The first one being this ledger. Okay. It's a little bent. It's a little warped. Single entry ledger. I just, look at the age of it. I just thought it was so, so neat. Just the style of the, you know, borders and the pattern. It's definitely worn. I would love to keep the cover though and make a book out of it. I don't believe it has a date on it because I did look for a date to see how old this ledger was. And of course there is not one. But it does bow a little bit. But I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at that age. So, so neat. So anyways, it is empty. It is not a full, it's not a ledger that has, you know, a bunch of writing on it, which is slightly sad. I feel like it adds more value if there's things written in it. But I mean, even just the ledger pages, I just think it's really neat. So this one was a fun find for me. I was definitely excited. I don't know. I just thought that was really cool. You don't really find these. And then last but not least, I have these fabulous Science Digest magazines. I picked up, it looks like 7 of them. And they are wonderful. So, let me see what the oldest one is. Trying to look through here. 67, 66. So yeah, it's going to be this one, 1965. And I just loved, well, first off, this one was my favorite because I loved, you know, to cut this out and use it as collage. I thought that would be amazing. I don't know if I'll do that, but I really liked it. But yeah, this is insane. It's, it's just like it's kind of like one of those work basket magazines, which I also have a lot of. But it's just really, really neat. Like analog computer kit, science treasure chest for boys, girls, adults. I mean, it's just crazy. I'm looking to see. Sometimes there's some odd articles. But you have to think it's from the 50s, so. Yeah, this is trying to find a good article for y'all. An electric cloth to warm you. Oh, this is 1965. I thought it said 56. Is that the oldest one then? Let me double check. I think so. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, yes. And then this is the oldest one, technically. But yeah, that's just so crazy. I don't know. There is, like this one says, sleep learning, how much stays put? I mean, it's just crazy. The bird that stood 10 feet tall. Oh, whoa, look at that. Pinocchio, the proboscis monkey, becomes a father. The pill for men. Want a new face? Trade in your old one. Oh, yes. Deep freeze storage for tomorrow's people. Oh, man. It's, yes. So it's just crazy. I thought these were really cool. I'm sure there's some wacky articles in here because, you know, science is always ever changing. It definitely, things get proven and disproven all the time. So it is always moving and changing. So I'm sure some things in here are probably not valid now. And those are the fun things, the things we can laugh about. So I got these to look through, but also use obviously in journals. I'm sure definitely these will go, you know, pages of these will go in my ephemera packs. I don't see why I wouldn't. There are so many. But yeah, that is going to be the end of my haul today. If you like this video, please give it a like so I know that you like it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you know when my next videos come out. But with that, I will leave you guys to it. Have fun creating, and until next time, bye!